Hi, I hope your day is going good. So I wanted to show you a stretch for the front of your shoulders today and the base of your neck. Um, both of these stretches are really nice to do after you've been on the computer for a long amount of time, or if you've been driving a lot, um, doing work in front of you where your chest muscles get tight and your shoulders start to round forward. Um, Doing these can be really helpful, like once a day or every couple days, to just help train your shoulders to be back, give them space to do that, and then also to relieve pain in your upper back and then the back of your neck and the base of your skull. So it can also help with headaches for sure, especially tension headaches. The stretches we're going to do are really long, slow stretches. So you want to hold each one for at least a couple of minutes, up to 5 minutes or so. That you might feel a lot of tension to begin with, and then over a longer period of time, the fascia, which is the connective tissue around your muscle, will be able to soften and then slowly release. And so that's why you want to give it a good amount of time so you can get into that deeper connective tissue and find some release there. The other thing I would say is to be super mindful of your body. If it just feels like it's too much, or you're having sharp pain, or it's creating a lot of discomfort, then I would try to do it in a gentler way, and or just stop and do something else instead. All right, so I'll show you these couple stretches. I'm not going to hold them for the full amount of time. I'm just going to show you how to do them, and then you can do them on your own and hold them. And sometimes it can be helpful too to set a timer, just because I know for myself, I like to keep doing things, and so laying in a stretch for 5 minutes can sometimes feel like a lot, and I just want to get up and start moving. So setting a timer can be helpful to just like keep track of the fact that you are holding it for long enough. So anyway, a couple thoughts and ideas. So I'm going to bring this down so you can see what I'm doing here. So we'll start with the pec stretch. You want to use a yoga mat if you've got one, or maybe put like a towel down on the floor, just because your face is going to be in the ground, and I don't know, some people don't want to put their face in the carpet, which I totally understand. If you have glasses, you can take your glasses off. So start by laying face down, and then bring your right hand out to the side. You can start at about, you can start at about 90 degrees and see how that feels. And if you're not feeling like enough of a stretch, then you can bring your arm up more towards your head. So I usually like it about here. I'll do it here. And then you bring your left hand up to where your shoulder was to make a little kickstand, and slowly rotate onto your right side. And just rotate as much as feels comfortable. This might be plenty, or if you can, almost be all the way up, that's good too. You want your neck to be relaxed, and you can use your left hand to just hold you up and be stable. The majority of the stretch you should feel in the front of your shoulder, and then you might feel some stretch on the lateral left side of your body. So you'll hold this for 5 minutes. Most likely what you'll feel is a good amount of tension to begin with, and then slowly it will start to relax and you'll feel a nice release. So after holding for a couple minutes or 5 minutes, then you'll roll back onto your stomach. Bring your right arm down and then bring your left arm up. And you can use your right hand as a kickstand and slowly roll onto your left side. So essentially you're doing the same thing as the doorway stretch, which is a really common stretch that body workers and chiropractors give for people. I like doing it on the floor because it lets me get a little bit more leverage, and it also lets me relax a little bit more, which I think helps relax my muscles and let things release a little easier. You might also notice from side to side there's quite a difference. So, you know, one arm, one side, you might be able to have your hand at a smaller angle, and then other times you might be able to bring your hand up higher. So just notice those differences, work wherever you're at. And then after holding this side for about 5 minutes, or until you feel a good release, then you'll roll back on your stomach. And then you'll be stretching the back of your neck here. So you want to place your forehead on the mat. Tuck your chin a little bit so there isn't any pressure on your nose. And you can leave your hands up next to your face like this. That'll give you a little support. Or you can bring your arms down next to your sides. Remember to take deep breaths, breathe, and try to just relax your muscles as much as you can. With this stretch, I usually feel it more, or feel it the most in the back of my neck here. And then I usually feel like a nice stretch in my forehead. So it can also stretch, you know, it stretches the fascia that wraps around your skull, which we don't think about much, but can feel really, really nice. So those are 3 or 2 really easy stretches to do after working on the computer or at the end of the day. Take it slow, take it gentle, and if you have any discomfort, then take a break. All right, I hope that helps. Thanks.